You know, I'm listening to all this right there, but Wolf don't catch. He said, yo, them ain't like that. I'm telling you. He ain't like that. You understand? Papa was talking about, I don't need you no more. I don't need you no more. You understand? I'm good.
You know, we were very young. Our lives changed just like that, really quickly.
Can you believe the storm of chaos surrounding Diddy right now? The hip-hop mogul, once the epitome of success and swagger, now finds himself sitting in a Brooklyn jail cell, awaiting trial. But the drama doesn't stop there, far from it. Back at home, his family is locked in a no-holds-barred battle over his jaw-dropping fortune. Yes, you heard that right. Instead of standing by him during one of the darkest chapters of his life, Diddy's own mother, Janice Combs, and his son, Christian King Combs, are reportedly at war over control of his empire. And let's be real, this isn't just about the money. It's a full-blown power struggle that's exposing deep cracks in a family that once seemed unshakable. What's even more shocking, the lengths they're allegedly willing to go to secure their piece of the pie. In the process, they're dragging Diddy's hard-earned legacy through the mud. Stay tuned, because this isn't just a family feud. It's a fight for an empire that could change everything.
It's going to be interesting to see who he leaves in charge of when he goes and lay down. Because, yeah, he still reportedly only have $400 million right now. And after all these lawsuits and judgments and all of that, he's going to have still at least 25 to 50 million once everything's said and done. And that's still a big fortune to look over and, you know, to watch over. So
let's dive into the heart of the drama, Diddy's jaw-dropping $400 million fortune. Insiders reveal it's become the centerpiece of a fierce tug-of-war between his mother, Janice, and his 26-year-old son, Christian King Combs. Both are determined to seize control of his empire. Janice, the matriarch who raised Diddy after the untimely death of his father, reportedly believes she's the only one capable of safeguarding his assets while he sits behind bars. But King, a rising star in the rap world, has a completely different vision for the empire, and he's just as resolute in his claim to the throne. The result? Pure chaos. One insider has even compared the situation to a real-life Godfather showdown. Family meetings have turned into battlegrounds, with screaming matches, finger-pointing, and accusations flying in every direction. The tension is reportedly so high that the family dynamic is unraveling before everyone's eyes, and it's anyone's guess who will come out on top.
Yeah, but so there's still, I mean, it's crazy too because there's still more happening in court. Like, I mean, everything is still active even though we're not hearing about it as much anymore, and the people may be fatigued like we talked about prior to.
What makes this feud even more unsettling is just how public it's become. On one hand, Janice has fiercely defended her son, calling the allegations against him nothing more than a narrative built on lies. But behind closed doors, her actions paint a very different picture. Whispers are swirling that she's been secretly meeting with lawyers and financial advisors, laying the groundwork to position herself as the legal guardian of Diddy's vast empire. Meanwhile, King is playing a different game. Publicly, he's putting on a show of loyalty and unity, even sharing heartfelt moments with his siblings on social media to project a strong, united front. But insiders claim the truth is far less picture-perfect. Behind the scenes, King has been just as relentless as his grandmother, reportedly lobbying Diddy's legal team to name him as the family's financial decision-maker. The result? A bitter power struggle, with both sides pulling every string to secure control, and the stakes couldn't be higher.
y'all gotta just stop defending Diddy, y'all. Those the few of y'all that's in the comment section. Why you always talking about Diddy? This channel, I remember y'all used to say all I talked about was Snoop. All I talked about was Suge. All I talked about was Death Row business. Now I'm talking about something different. All you talk about is Diddy. No, I talk about whatever gonna get us some views.
And let's not overlook the rest of Diddy's family. His other children, including Justin Combs and the teenage twins, Delilah and Jesse, are said to be caught in the crossfire of this bitter feud. While they've largely kept a low profile during the chaos, insiders reveal they're feeling the weight of this escalating power struggle. Some family members have reportedly sided with Janice, while others are rallying behind King, turning what was once a united front into a deeply divided household. It's a heartbreaking reality for a man who dedicated his life to building an empire meant to secure his family's future. Instead of bringing them together, his incredible legacy has become a source of conflict, threatening to tear the family apart.
Guys, we are lucky to have Precious Miura here, and she's been at the Diddy parties, and she's about to spill some...
But the drama doesn't end there. King Combs himself has been making headlines, and not in a good way. His recent behavior has thrown even more fuel onto this already blazing fire. In what many see as a misguided attempt to boost his street credibility, King has been accused of associating with groups completely disconnected from his privileged upbringing. A recent video of him shouting slogans and flashing hand signs has gone viral, sparking a wave of backlash. Critics were quick to call out the absurdity of someone born into unimaginable wealth and fame attempting to align himself with a lifestyle he's never known. One prominent street figure didn't hold back, releasing a scathing video response. "Why would you even involve yourself in something like this? You were born famous and rich. You don't come from the streets. What are you trying to prove?" The backlash has been swift and merciless. Many are accusing King of reckless behavior, especially at a time when his father's legal troubles have already put the family under intense scrutiny. And the timing couldn't be worse. Just as new evidence in Diddy's case begins to surface, King's attempts to reinvent himself as a tough guy have drawn even more unwanted attention to the family. Rumors are swirling that his antics may have even caught the eye of investigators, potentially complicating his father's defense. It's a dangerous game King is playing, one that could have serious, far-reaching consequences for the entire family.
Four Planets, the interview, the series where we get in depth with amazing people, and I'm so honored to have this special guest with us here. Precious Miura, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, my love?
I'm great. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm making sure I center you a little bit more. There we go. So honored to have you here. You have some stories to tell. You've survived the white...
And now, the Combs family faces a bombshell allegation that could rock them to their very foundation. Questions surrounding the paternity of Justin Combs, Diddy's eldest biological son. For years, quiet whispers about Justin's true parentage have lingered in certain circles. But now, in the shadow of Diddy's legal and financial woes, those whispers are turning into deafening speculation. Some are questioning whether Justin is actually the son of Anthony "Wolf" Jones, Diddy's former bodyguard and trusted associate. Wolf, who tragically lost his life in a violent confrontation years ago, was more than just a bodyguard. He was a towering presence in Diddy's life, both personally and professionally. But if these rumors are true, his connection to the Combs family may go far deeper than anyone ever imagined. The timing of this revelation couldn't be more explosive. With the family already fractured by infighting and Diddy's empire hanging in the balance, this claim threatens to unravel everything they've built and expose secrets they've fought to keep buried.
And in 2003, Wolf gets during a situation with BMF,
Right.
which he ended up shooting first. And they returned fire. And I was actually with I actually ended up being flown out by BMF like right around that time. And I was at Big Meech's house while he saw the ankle monitor.
According to insiders, the paternity rumors surrounding Justin Combs gain even more weight when examining the timeline. It's said that Anthony "Wolf" Jones and Justin's mother, Misa Hilton, were close around the time of Justin's conception. While no concrete evidence has surfaced, skeptics have pointed to Justin's striking resemblance to Wolf as a potential clue. Adding fuel to the fire is Misa's noticeable silence throughout Diddy's current legal troubles. In the past, she's been vocal about her son's relationship with his father, but now, her low profile has sparked speculation. Could it be a calculated move to shield Justin from the fallout of these allegations? If these rumors are true, the implications could be massive. Justin's claim to Diddy's fortune might face serious challenges, especially as the family's legal battle over the estate heats up. While Diddy has always embraced Justin as his son, questions about his paternity could add yet another layer of complexity to an already messy situation. Meanwhile, the pressure on Diddy's other children continues to mount. Justin himself has had a rough year, including legal trouble stemming from a highly publicized incident where he pleaded no contest to charges related to reckless behavior. While he avoided severe consequences, the ordeal has cast doubt on whether he's ready to step up as a leader in Diddy's absence. And then there's King Combs, whose recent antics have cast a shadow over his aspirations to follow in his father's footsteps as a music mogul. Though King has enjoyed some success in entertainment, his increasingly erratic behavior has raised serious questions about whether he's prepared to shoulder the immense responsibility of managing the Combs empire. To make matters worse, the family's public image is unraveling. Old rumors are resurfacing, and new allegations are emerging, tarnishing the once impenetrable Combs name. From whispers about Diddy's alleged ties to questionable industry figures to accusations of financial mismanagement, the scandals are piling up. With Diddy unable to defend himself from behind bars, the task of holding the family together has fallen to those least equipped to handle it. As the battle for control of Diddy's fortune rages on, one thing is clear: this is a family on the brink. While Janice and King may both be fighting for the same prize, their actions are tearing the family apart at a time when unity is desperately needed. And with Diddy's trial looming, the stakes couldn't be higher. Will the Combs family find a way to come together, or will their infighting spell the end of an empire? Only time will tell, but one thing is for certain: this is a family in crisis, and the fallout could change everything.
He is very, very dominant. Like, he wants to control the situation. He wants to control his inner circle. He wants to make everyone have a good time and enjoy his parties. And so, you know, it is scary because you think, you know, this person or possibly his social network or the people he's around could make or break your career.
And speaking of drama, let's shift gears and delve into the legal storm swirling around Diddy. If you thought the family feud was chaotic, just wait until you hear about the courtroom revelations that could change everything. This isn't just a case, it's a spectacle that feels ripped straight from a Hollywood thriller. From explosive evidence to jaw-dropping accusations, the legal proceedings against Diddy are quickly spiraling into a full-blown scandal. But here's the kicker: it's no longer just about him. This case is dragging everyone in his orbit into the fray, threatening to dismantle the empire he spent decades building. Allies are turning into liabilities, secrets are being exposed, and the fallout is becoming more unpredictable by the day. So let's break it down, because the details just keep getting more outrageous. And the consequences? They're shaping up to be nothing short of devastating.
You know, if you say the wrong thing or you complain or you know, I don't know, there's an element where you're just, I guess manipulated in a way to make you feel like, oh, you have to please everyone around you. You can't say anything wrong. You don't want to say a bad thing. Or, you know, when they're constantly asking you, would you like to do and you're like, well, I don't do and they're like, well, why don't you do?
First, let's talk about the charges Diddy is facing. Some of the most serious allegations imaginable, and prosecutors are showing no mercy. At the heart of the case is what they're calling a criminal enterprise, with Diddy allegedly orchestrating it all from the top. The prosecution has painted a chilling picture of a man who used his immense power, money, and influence to manipulate people over the years. But what's even more shocking is the claim that Diddy didn't operate alone. There's a network of associates, assistants, and employees who are said to have helped him execute these elaborate schemes. And the evidence against him? It's piling up, and it's not just rumors or speculation. Earlier this year, federal agents raided Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami, and what they uncovered was nothing short of explosive. Among the items seized, stacks of incriminating footage, financial records, and what authorities are calling party supplies that were allegedly used for his notorious gatherings. But the most shocking find of all? Over 1,000 bottles of oils and personal care products, which prosecutors are now pointing to as evidence that these extravagant events were meticulously planned down to the smallest detail. It's clear that the deeper authorities dig, the more tangled this web becomes. The stakes are rising, and every new discovery makes it harder for Diddy to deny the gravity of these allegations.
I don't know the consequences of what that could have been. So I didn't really talk about it. I should have gone to the police. I should have said something other than to my agent. I'm just thankful that there was somebody there. There was somebody at that party who helped me, because I could have ended up in a really bad situation.
But it's not just the physical evidence that's damning. Authorities claim to have interviewed more than 50 witnesses, and the stories they're telling are enough to make anyone's jaw drop. These witnesses aren't just random individuals. They include former employees, acquaintances, and even people who attended Diddy's notorious gatherings. One source close to the investigation revealed the magnitude of the testimony. The amount of evidence we've gathered is overwhelming. This isn't just one or two people coming forward, it's dozens, and they're all telling the same story. And the prosecutors are not just relying on word of mouth. They're also leaning heavily on digital evidence, including text messages and emails, which they claim paint a clear picture of a man coordinating his actions with intent, a pattern of manipulation that ties everything together. The net is tightening, and with every new witness and piece of digital evidence, Diddy's position becomes even more precarious.
Using, allegedly, these events to invite them back to these private mansion parties and hotel parties and God knows what else. But he was utilizing the branded events to be able to, get the girls to come over to his private spaces.
What's even more damaging for Diddy is that some of the most crucial evidence seems to have come from people who were once part of his inner circle. Former employees have reportedly provided detailed accounts of how these events were meticulously organized, everything from booking travel to preparing the venues. One former assistant allegedly told investigators everything was planned out. Nothing was left to chance. Another insider revealed there was a whole system in place. Everyone had a role, and it was all designed to keep things under wraps. These testimonies paint a chilling picture of a deeply coordinated operation, one that prosecutors claim Diddy orchestrated with chilling precision. But it doesn't end there. There's also video evidence, which could turn out to be the most damning of all. You remember the leaked hotel footage of Diddy and Cassie from back in 2016? Well, it's being reported that prosecutors have obtained even more videos, some of which allegedly show disturbing and incriminating behavior. These recordings are said to be a key part of the case, with authorities claiming they were used to intimidate and silence witnesses. Insiders say the videos are so explosive that they could single-handedly sway the jury if they're presented in court. Diddy's once invincible empire is starting to crumble, and it's looking like these recordings could be the final nail in the coffin.
There is so many people involved in this situation that works the machine here, that, Diddy's obviously the head of the whole situation, the king of parties, but there is multiple other people involved that are helping along the situation or, participating in.
Speaking of Cassie, her civil lawsuit last year appears to have been the spark that ignited this entire investigation. Her allegations, not only shocking but chillingly specific, gave investigators a roadmap to uncovering a mountain of evidence. Although Diddy swiftly settled the lawsuit, reportedly for a hefty sum, the damage had already been done. Cassie's claims didn't just end with her case, they opened the floodgates. Since then, more than a dozen other individuals have come forward with their own disturbing allegations. Some of these cases date back decades, and one even involves someone who was just a teenager at the time. It's become clear that Cassie's lawsuit was not just a single blow, it was the catalyst for a much larger, more terrifying reckoning. What was once buried is now coming to light, and the fallout could be catastrophic.
Wait a minute, say that again. Say that again, back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is...
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of.
But Diddy's legal team isn't backing down without a fight. His lawyers have been aggressively pushing back against the charges, labeling the case as a witch hunt, and accusing prosecutors of trying to destroy a man who has contributed so much to the entertainment world. One of his attorneys, Mark Agnale, has been especially vocal, defending Diddy's legacy. Sean Combs is an icon and a philanthropist. He's not a criminal, Agnale said, doubling down on the claim that the charges are unjust. The defense team has also made it clear they believe many of the allegations stem from unreliable witnesses, people they argue are simply seeking financial gain. These are opportunists, Agnale claimed. They see a chance to cash in, and they're taking it. As the defense mounts its counterattack, the battle lines are drawn, and both sides are digging in for what's shaping up to be an epic legal showdown.
Sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes, this was actually in his Atlanta home, at
Okay.
a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video, so to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It doesn't seem like they're active participant in the video.
Despite these claims, the court hasn't shown much sympathy for Diddy's situation. He's already been denied bail multiple times, with the judge citing the seriousness of the charges and the risk of witness tampering as the primary reasons. And the conditions he's facing are only adding to the nightmare. Diddy is currently being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, a notoriously harsh facility that's been described as hell on earth by former inmates. Reports suggest that Diddy is being kept in a special unit reserved for high-profile detainees, but even that hasn't shielded him from the brutal realities of life behind bars. His legal team has repeatedly argued that the conditions at the detention center are inhumane, yet their pleas have fallen on deaf ears. Every day Diddy spends in that facility is another reminder of how far his world has fallen. The battle for his freedom is just as intense as the fight for his reputation, and for now, both seem to be slipping further away.
And that fact in of itself is a big deal, because when you're talking about going back in time and talking about these allegations from other alleged victims, there's not a lot of police reports, but you guys actually have one. And is that going to be revealed? Are we going to be able to see it?
Yes, as soon as I file my lawsuit in civil court, I will be attaching the...
Meanwhile, the public reaction to all of this has been nothing short of intense. Diddy's loyal fan base has been vocal in their support, flooding social media with messages of encouragement and rallying behind him, demanding his release. For them, the mogul remains a figure of strength and inspiration, unshaken by the storm surrounding him. But on the flip side, the backlash has been equally fierce. Many are calling for accountability, arguing that Diddy's status as a music icon has shielded him from facing the full consequences of his actions. One prominent activist made it clear, this isn't about taking down a celebrity. It's about justice for the people who've been hurt. As the divide between supporters and critics grows, it's clear that this case is no longer just about one man. It's about something much larger, something that could have profound implications for how celebrities are held accountable for their actions. The stakes are higher than ever.
Clients describe NBC as hell, as the worst conditions they've been in.
Adding to the drama is the growing speculation about who else might be implicated in this case. Prosecutors have hinted that their investigation is far from over, and there are already whispers that some of Diddy's closest associates could soon face legal trouble of their own. Insiders reveal that everyone from former assistants to security personnel is under scrutiny, with authorities reportedly combing through years of financial records and communications. The deeper they dig, the more it seems that Diddy's world is teetering on the edge of a massive unraveling. And it's not just Diddy's freedom that's at stake. His entire empire could be in jeopardy. From music to fashion to a sprawling media network, everything he's built could be at risk if he's convicted. Industry experts are already speculating about the future of his companies, with some warning they could face major financial losses or, worse, collapse altogether. As the investigation intensifies and more figures come under scrutiny, the question remains, will Diddy's empire survive the storm, or will it crumble under the weight of the allegations?
So what is next? Is he going to be in jail in this facility until the trial begins? Is there a chance he could, get moved earlier than that?
As of this moment, as of this hour, as of today, yes. But of course, as I mentioned earlier, they're going to be appealing this thing next to the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals to overturn the judge's order here to try and get him actually released.
The trial, set to begin in May 2025, is shaping up to be one of the most high-profile cases in recent memory. Legal experts predict it could stretch for months, with both sides bringing in a parade of witnesses and evidence that will make this case feel like a spectacle. While Diddy's legal team remains confident they can clear his name, the sheer volume of allegations and the overwhelming evidence against him make this an uphill battle. As one legal commentator put it, this case has everything: power, money, and scandal. It's going to be a spectacle. But beyond the courtroom drama, one question looms large. What will this mean for Diddy's legacy? For decades, he's been a towering figure in the world of entertainment, celebrated for his talent, innovation, and unmatched business acumen. But now, with his reputation in tatters and his empire hanging by a thread, it's unclear whether he'll ever recover. Some say this could be the end of an era, a fall from grace that no one saw coming. Others believe Diddy's resilience might just be the key to his comeback, and that even in the face of the storm, he has the strength to bounce back. As the trial approaches, the world watches closely. Will the man who built an empire from the ground up survive this legal and public nightmare, or will it mark the end of an extraordinary journey?
Evidence, alleged evidence, that's been gathered in this case was from those 2 raids that were conducted on his personal homes in Miami and Los Angeles. And the indictment names the things seized that he allegedly made videos of these performances that have been.
So, what do you think? Is Diddy's family really as terrible as they seem? Are they truly willing to do anything for money and power? And with all the evidence stacking up against him, does Diddy even stand a chance in his upcoming trial? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think about this unfolding drama. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more celebrity news and updates. Goodbye for now. We'll see you in the next video.